mean. And I will be teaching you tonight how to differentiate yourself from those people who simply compliment through his actions. When we use authentic appreciation, we build stronger relationships. We build stronger relationships at work, in the business, at the office, at home, everywhere we go. But we're going to focus in the business setting. Because the reason you make these stronger relationships is not because you're being nice. It's because you make the other people around you feel valued and understood. According to psychometrics, when team members are asked what leaders should do more to engage more with their followers, 58%, a big majority, agrees that they should show more appreciation. Also, through Global Force, we found that 41% of the companies using peer-to-peer recognition have felt a positive impact in their consumer satisfaction. Why is this, guys? Because we all work and we all know this. The way you feel about your job, the way you feel about the appreciation your boss gives you, affect the way you interact with your customers. So this is very important to keep in mind. To help you understand the importance of showing authentic appreciation, I want to give you an example from my life. I work at an attorney's office, Hernandez, Browning, and Showalter. If you have an accident, go with us. No, I'm just kidding. My boss was walking into the office. She's a very positive lady. And she was walking into the office and feeling a negative environment that was not going well with her personality because she is a very positive person and she doesn't like it. So she arranged and she got a motivational meeting. She put us together in the conference room and highlighted individually everybody's skills, everybody's talents, everybody's strength. What did she do with this? She made everybody feel better about what they have done for the company, and she encouraged them to keep doing this as a team and individually to keep the company growing and not let outside factors affect their performance in a negative way. So let's, based on this, let's learn the ways that we can avoid getting caught by paparazzis making the same mistakes as everybody else when showing authentic appreciation. The first thing is control direct compliments. Yes, you can show appreciation in a very explicit way, but it may feel a little too forced, right? Some people may get a little uncomfortable. The goal is to ask questions that make that person think, why am I so important? To find the real meaning. Examples of those questions are, what are some of the best moments of your life? What are some of your proudest moments? I don't understand this. I'm not sure about this, but could you please help me do it? I think you could. That's a good way to show appreciation in not such a direct way. Another way is to do it through friends. And a compliment given about you to one of your friends will eventually come back to you, right? This will make you feel surprised because it came in an indirect way. It will also keep the person giving the compliment, if you are the one giving the compliment, keep you away from looking like a people pleaser because you had no way of knowing this person was going to hear the compliment. It will feel more authentic. Next, Griswold recommends to argue a little before you conform to the other person's point of view. Why is this? When you argue at first and then go along, you validate that person's belief that they're smart and they're logical. Also, arguing a little bit before agreeing will make you feel more authentic, and not only that, more worthwhile to the other person. Lastly, the easiest way to turn your compliment into an acknowledgement is to take yourself out of the phrase. Get rid of I. You don't need it there. It's about the other person. It's not about you. Instead of saying, oh, I love your shirt, say, you have great taste. This will make the person remember forever what you said. Not only because of what you said, because you understood the sense of taste, because you understood and valued that. Now let's watch this video.
You have a remarkable brain.
Okay, thanks. Let's watch this video about Sheldon flattering, complimenting somebody using authentic appreciation. In this video, I want you to pay special attention to how following or not following these instructions will affect your conversation with other people around you. I want you to pay attention to how he avoids immediately agreeing, he avoids direct compliments, but he's unable to take himself out of every sentence. As we know, he's very full of himself, so he's unable to do that. And we want to focus here on how that affects his conversation with Leonard Small.
I know. Although I've always hated how my right frontal lobe looks in pictures.
Common complaint among men, nothing's ever big enough. Except when they get a tumor, then you never hear the end of it.
I'd love to see a scan of your brain sometime.
Oh, I'll send you a link, but its physiology is fairly unimpressive.
Oh, I can't believe that.
Your unwillingness to accept empirical evidence suggests an attempt at flattery.
My apologies. I've been living with your son too long, gotten into some bad habits.
Understandable.
Can I make you a cup of tea?
I doubt it, but if anyone has a chance, it's probably you.
I feel very comfortable around you.
I feel very comfortable around you, too.
Okay, guys, so by saying, I love to see a scan of your brain, what was he saying? He was showing he's interested in her brain, he thinks her brain is interested, and she noticed that. By saying, I don't think so, I can't believe that, he was not immediately agreeing. But she right away said, I think you're trying to flatter me, right? To show your appreciation for me. But we could see he said I all over again, making it less appealing and a little more awkward for her. Now let's learn how to earn an Emmy Award. Let's learn successful ways to show authentic appreciation. Rachel Grillett expresses on her article, How to Master the Fine Art of Flattery, that we have this intense desire as humans to be seen as others, to be seen by others as we see ourselves. This is called self-verification. This is the reason people feel very uncomfortable when you go up to them and say something they don't feel they deserve. This is why we should have always proof of what we're saying and affirmation that match up their expectation of themselves. Too much appreciation can offend, but this is not usually the case. Why is this not usually the case? Because we communicate less than we think we do. You may think your coworker knows how much you appreciate their work, but if you don't explicitly say it, they probably don't have a clue. So do it more often. Frame appreciation as making the recipient uncomfortable. Preface with disclaimers such as, I don't want to embarrass you, but this will put the receiver of their appreciation in a good spotlight, as if they're modest. They're going to appreciate your compliment not only for what you said, but also because you showed you think they're modest. And they are going to keep this in mind. This will all help you to have a better business communication while appreciating other people in an authentic way. Now I'll welcome Lilo back to the stage to conclude our presentation and the ceremony.
Thank you, Elianis. Ladies and gentlemen, you just heard from our lovely presenters different ways of how you can have an award-winning presence, a social presence. And what they mentioned are very important because it builds relationships and it makes us take more initiative and it builds stronger bonds, and it builds a lot of opportunity for us to have more environment for learning. And social presence is very important inside and outside of work. So make sure you practice this inside and outside of work. These suggestions will help you appear more friendlier and win over your peers. So that'll do it for tonight. I will now open up the floor for questions.
Anyone has a question?
Go ahead.
I'm also curious, I may have missed the beginning. What's a Razzie?
So a Razzie is an award that is given to, an Emmy is given to like the best performers or best performance in TV, whether it's for an actor or a producer or the show in general. And a Razzie is the opposite of that. So it's sort of the opposite, and a lot of people that get it are usually tainted for having those.
Okay, because I was curious, because sometimes the Razzies were listed off as being negative, and sometimes they were being listed off as things you should do. So I was a little confused sometimes about if it was.
So the
was that
Razzies
negative?
are the ones.
I understand that,
You
but
shouldn't
like
do.
the format, like some of them were listing out, negative things like you shouldn't do things, and other times there was listing out things like, recommendations.
Gotcha.
I was a little confused.
I think your wife distracted you.
They are recommendations of things you shouldn't do. They are recommendations of things you shouldn't do.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Enrique.
I really haven't seen one of those where people are giving awards for you doing a poor job. Is that something that they also put in television as well?
So yeah, it actually it's very similar to the Emmys, but it's not as embraced as everyone. Not a lot of people know it. I'm so sorry, my eyes are gritty.
Yeah. Was that the question I asked you now?
Yes. And a lot of people don't know a lot about it, so it's not as televised, and not a lot of people look forward to it just because it is a negative thing.
Do people get offended when they're getting the award, when they call their name?
I think actors